This is ThinkTech Hawaii. Community matters here.
Aloha y bienvenidos to Hispanic Hawaii. I'm Richard Concepcion. Today we have a very special guest. She loves dancing, she loves music, and she loves performing. And also, she's an educator. Her name is Tere Suki. Bienvenida al programa. Welcome.
Hola, aloha.
All right, Tere. Let's start by telling me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been living here in Hawaii, and tell me about you was born in Bolivia and raised in Spain. Tell me the story.
Okay, all right. Perfect. Yes, Richard, I was born in Bolivia. My dad is Bolivian. And him and my mom, when they were in Spain, so they met there. They decided to move to Bolivia. I was born there. I love the carnivals, all the music, but I was very little. I was only 4 years old when we moved to Spain. So from there, I was living, I grew up there, and I was traveling quite a lot as a student. I got full scholarships. I was always like a little nerd. And that allows me to live in Paris. I studied at La Sorbonne University, French literature. I was studying as well at Queen Mary University in London, Leopold Francis Universität in Innsbruck. So I went studying, traveling, and well, life brought me to Hawaii 6 years ago.
Wow.
And I'm here since, and this is like my second home or my third home. Yeah.
So you love dancing, and also you're a teacher here in Hawaii. That is wonderful. So let me ask you, how do you manage the two different tasks, being a dancer and being a teacher?
All right. Education, I work at university, at Argosy University and at HBU. At Argosy University, I'm a professor, right? And we have blending education. Have you ever heard of blending education? It is part of the lesson is going to be face-to-face, like regular classes, see my students once a week in the evening, and the rest is online. So we keep on working, we have forums, whiteboards online. That gives me quite a lot of flexibility. And on top of that, I have other courses that are only online. So I'm teaching American Samoan students, Talofa, everybody.
Oh, Talofa, look at you,
Talofa,
right, great.
Right. So that's pretty cool because I can always manage my time to train. It's a lot of work behind, and to travel and become a better dancer, getting to know the world and sharing.
That's great. So it seems like you travel a lot and you speak different languages.
Yes, I do.
Which ones are those?
Well, Español,
okay.
Hola,
Bien, hola.
Francés, un petit peu, French as well. I speak Catalan. It's like in my region, in Valencia. We are close to Barcelona. We speak Catalan, Valenciano. Then English, German as well. Yeah, I studied German literature and interpretation, and Italian. Italian is the language that I have like less command on, but I can maintain a conversation. I understand everything, and yeah. I have tried Japanese and Chinese, but this is hard. Too difficult.
So let's talk about education. So you have a master. Tell me about your education.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you got a bunch of degrees.
I know. I was like the eternal students. My mom always said, hey, la estudiante eterna. I started with English literature and writing. So I got a scholarship, traveled to London, studied there. And meanwhile, I was taking German because we have a lot of German tourists in Spain. So I thought, okay, this is a hard language. I can go for it and become more competitive, right? And I happened to travel, studied there in Germany, in Austria.
Wow.
And later on, I moved there and I worked as a tour guide at Imperial Palace. That's German. And then, so I have my master's in English, my master's in German. I got an associate, studied a little bit of French literature. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what, I want to get into business. And languages are not enough. So I did a master in international business. It was super challenging. Everybody came from administration or law, right, and business. And I was like from literature and languages, so it was challenging.
Let's combine these two, right?
Yes, but we got like the best grade on our final project. I really liked it. I worked in import-export in business for a while at a German company based on Spain and another Spanish company, and then I moved to here to the States, to Hawaii. And it was kind of difficult to work in international English because I don't speak Japanese, right, or Korean or Filipino.
Oh, that's another language for you to learn. You already know 6.
Yes, right. So I started with a startup company working there, and then I got the opportunity to work at Argosy University and go for it. And it was like when they say, okay, can you teach English? I had taught English before, but to American English writing.
It's a challenge, why not? You're well educated.
Totally. I know the theory. I know how to apply. It's nice to have as well another perspective. But I have an accent. So sometimes that's the first thing I say to my students. Aloha, you might hear an accent. You may hear an accent. You might hear an accent.
Accents are beautiful. I have one myself.
Yeah, so I introduce myself like that. Yes, I'm from Europe, was born in Bolivia, and I tell them what I did, my experience as an educator for years. I worked at Innsbruck at the Leopold Francis University teaching Spanish there. And you can teach with an accent. It works.
Yeah, it worked, right? So let me ask you, what was the main reason you came to Hawaii? To teach, or just want to get away from the cold weather in Europe, or what was the reason?
I had an opportunity to be living like Germany again. California. I have family in California, in Seattle, Texas, before Miami. So they told me, okay, Tere, you're in America, why not? And but Hawaii is lovely. I was visiting many times. I remember once I came here 3 times in 1 year from Spain.
Oh, wow. It's a long trip.
Yeah. It's more than 24 hours, but it's so wonderful. I love the ohana. I love the kind of low pace, and people are nice. Nature, if you love nature, if you are an active person, I really loved it. And then I found the Latin community, and was like, okay.
Oh, you found us, great.
I stay here. I might go back to Europe, but
no, don't go. Stay.
Maybe not now.
So you came here, and then now you found the Latin community. And let's talk about what you do with the Latin community. You do a lot of dancing. You do a lot of performance. What inspired you to become a dancer?
I believe I've been always a dancer, okay? So when I was in Bolivia, I was told, I don't remember, but I was dancing the Carnival Negrito Samba.
Okay.
Then in Spain, I started with ballet at the age of 7 till I was 19. So I did my degree, my career in ballet, contemporary dance, flamenco, español, And then I stopped dancing because of my studies. I was super busy, but it's always inside of myself. I mean, I always dance at a club or like just to de-stress myself with, my roommate in London. I taught her salsa a bit. She taught me belly dancing, but it was in Hawaii. I found this club, and I met Jose Colina.
Jose
Colina, Cuba. So we started a group, España Cuba Flow. We did a video. I was collaborating with him, helping learning Cuban salsa because I didn't know about Cuban salsa.
You even went to Cuba, right?
I went to Cuba.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I loved it. I was there in December and January. Couple of years ago, just learning how to dance. I was like 6 hours a day, private classes every day. but one.
Plus, she was dancing with Jose Colina. He's a wonderful dancer.
On top of that, at nighttime, I was dancing with him.
Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful. One of the best I ever met here.
He's so nice. And people in Cuba is amazing. In Costa Rica, I went last year to Costa Rica as well. I met Lucia Jimenez, this like amazing world champion dancer. She came to Hawaii, stayed here one day. I took one class with her, a private class, and I need this woman in my life. So I went to Costa Rica just to dance with her, and she got my choreography, and it was wonderful. Yeah, I really like traveling abroad and in America to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Seattle. There are so many, Miami, so many amazing places.
Oh my God, that's great. So when you dance, do you mix like different styles? Because you know how we have different rhythm, different music, different style. What do you do to prepare yourself for competition? You just take a little bit of each style, or you just take one style?
Well, in competition, like competition is one type of dance that is very specific,
Okay.
right? But generally, I always mix. I put a little bit of like, I don't know, some sexy style cabaret, flamenco, a little bit of like, maybe some salsa ton, which is salsa and reggaeton from Cuba,
Okay.
right? I always like mixing, spicing it up, but in competition, it has to be 90 or sometimes 100% the music has to be salsa and salsa. So I have done salsa on 2 last year, my competition. Now I went back into salsa on 1. And it's salsa online, basically, salsa en línea. Salsa on 2, a lot of people refer to that as like originating in New York.
Yeah, the New York style, yeah.
New York style, they call it mambo, they call it New York style. Salsa on 1 en línea, okay, that's in line, that would be like LA style. See, here in America, in the mainland, they say LA style, New York style.
Every state have different style. But you went to LA for a competition, and I want to show this video, and then we can talk about this LA competition, okay? All right, that was your competition when you went to LA, which is called the World Latin Cup, and we're going to talk about that as soon as we return from this quick break, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
This is ThinkTech Hawaii, raising public awareness.
Living in this crazy world, so caught up in the confusion, nothing is making sense for me and you. Maybe we can find a way, there's got to be solution, how to make a brighter day. What do we do? We've got to give a little love, have a little hope, make this world a little better, try a little more, harder than before.
But grandmother, what big eyes you have?
She said, all the better to see you with, my dear.
That's a wolf. What are you doing?
Okay, push.
Research says reading from birth accelerates the baby's brain development.
And you're doing that now?
Oh, yeah, this is the starting line.
Push.
When this is over, you're dead.
Read aloud 15 minutes. Every child, every parent, every day.
All right, welcome back to Hispanic Hawaii. Right before we went into a break, we were showing Tere Suki dancing in the LA competition. So, Tere Suki, tell me about this competition, how you prepare for the competition, what is the feeling that's running through your heart before you get into the competition and when you're in the stage performing?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to clarify one thing. In LA, that's the qualification for the World Latin Dance Cup, correct. But it's in LA, and you have it in Argentina, in Spain, different locations, New Zealand, all over the world. And then the semifinals and finals are in Miami. This year it's going to be in Orlando. Correct. Wow. So what you were seeing is semifinals in Miami last year. Yeah. Okay. And this year, I already qualified. Okay, in LA.
So that opened the opportunity for the final qualification.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's where I'm gonna go. How do I prepare? Actually, last year I was with One Dance in Seattle, who prepared a choreography, who qualified me in LA. But it was like kind of for a man. It was not me. It was very fast. It was nice. The idea of flamenco, but it was like very manly, and I didn't feel myself. When I met Lucia Jimenez, how Latinos call her, right? I went to Costa Rica and I was like, please help me out with my choreo. So it was kind of challenging. In only 2 months and a half, 3 months, prepare for the final. I changed everything. I changed from on 2. The music was different. The concept was totally different. This year, I decided to be even more myself and to create my own choreo. So this year, I created my choreography with help. Okay, so I was with help of Lucia Jimenez. I've been working as well with Lucas Jaime, which is a world champion in Latin ballroom here in Hawaii. So I've been preparing with professionals and a lot of preparation by yourself. There are a lot of changes. You got, for instance, with the music, I got the music into first 75%, right, 80%, 85% of the tempo. 2 weeks before the competition, if it's new, I'm going to go with a 95, 98, and then once I'm very there, you know, so like this year, for instance, I'm gonna go for 100%. The music is faster. If you are managing to be able to dance in a slow pace, well, you will be able to do it faster.
Okay.
Sometimes when you dance faster, people think it's easier, but for competition, it has to be fast, but it has to be clean. And you can do only that by working slowly. And there's a lot of technique behind, a lot of technique.
So how do you feel when they call your name, the next competitive on the stage is Tere Suki? What is the feeling that runs through your heart?
It's like fuego, okay, fire. I get like kind of fire, I get super nervous, excited. So it's always a little bit nervous and excited as well. And try to breathe and give yourself and just enjoy. Something I noticed, I'm seeing the picture now, something I noticed, like in many of the pictures, I'm just happy. I'm just like, maybe in the inside, just before and after, I'm like, I don't want to see a video, I don't want to see anything. But when I'm dancing, I'm just smiling and giving it all, entertaining. Be contagious. I think that this is something that is very beautiful about every type of dancing, but Latino music, Brazilian as well. It has got this, I don't know how to explain it.
That flavor, right?
It's a flavor.
All right, let's see some more of that energy from you. We have a video here when you went to Las Vegas and you went to the Salsa Congress there. So let's watch some of that energy that you bring. right, that was in the LA Salsa Congress. I can see you have a lot of energy and wonderful performance. So let me ask you, when is your next competition and where are you going to be performing this year right here in Hawaii?
Okay, very good. That was the ultimate Latin dance competition in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, okay.
Very good. And it was like a little bit from last year and this year.
So that was a mix of style, right?
Yeah, totally. Flamenco, and part of the flamenco is like a bailadora from Spain, helped me when I was in Spain. Part of the choreo was done in Cuba. And the other one, the one that I'm in gold, that I prepared that myself, so I feel like pretty happy, but always with help, of course, of the big professionals. Next competition is going to be I'm going for the semifinals, finals. Actually, that's what I'm going to get this year in Orlando at the World Latin Dance Cup 2017. And but I have other projects as well coming up.
What is coming up?
So locally.
Locally, right
Locally,
here, yes.
we are going to go to Maui. Maui's coming.
Maui's coming, okay.
The first weekend of October, Rafael is taking care of that.
Okay.
Great professionals from the mainland, worldwide, from Colombia, directly from Maui, Colombia, Maui, which is amazing. So the Maui Congress, the second Maui Congress, I was there last year. Both you were there as well. It was amazing experience, so magical. Then we have the first Hawaii Tsuk Congress by Island Tsuk from Oahu. So it's happening here on mid-November. And I just joined the group, and we love it. It's Brazilian Zouk, another beautiful.
A lot of body movements and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it's like a lot of feeling. It's like salsa can be for me can be explosive, but that's essential. And Brazilian Zouk is sensual, but it's connectivity. It's all about connection, and I love that. In December, maybe I'm bringing Lucia Jimenez.
Oh, wow.
That she's going to Big Island, and I want to bring her here, maybe organize a workshop with her, share her knowledge, get good energy with the girls and men here. And so that's December here locally. I'm going to Spain as well, and next year I have more projects.
Busy. Well, we have the Hispanic Heritage Festival that's coming up, and I want to invite each and every one of you. This is open and free to the public. The Hispanic Heritage is established by President Reagan when he recognized the Latinos, American Latinos, that contributed to the community. In order for us to celebrate the Hispanic Month that started September 15 and run all the way to October 15, we have established the Hispanic Heritage Festival. And also we're going to have the Hawaii Latino Film Festival. Those two festivals, they are combined together in one central location, so bringing all the Latinos to come in and enjoy it. The Hawaii Latino Film Festival is the first one, and this is the first year.
When?
It's going to be on October 15 at the McCoy Pavilion, which is located at Ala Moana Beach Park. And so the two festivals combined in one, and the mission for the Hawaii Latino Film Festival is to promote, educate, train, and giving the opportunity to Latino filmmakers right here in Hawaii to showcase their films. So we want to be showing some films.
I love that. I'm going to participate as well at the Hispanic Festival, Heritage Festival, with Nancy Ortiz is putting that together. And I cannot wait to see the movies.
All right, they all make right here in Hawaii. So let me ask you, as an educator, a person who teach and educates students, have you ever had the opportunity to have a student who is under the DACA program?
Actually, yes. It was one student, she was born in Mexico and raised in Texas, came to Hawaii. This student was like a federal student working at HBU for us, wonderful, smart, and she was under the program. Now she moved to the mainland. So I don't really know what's going on with her now that there are changes happening.
So what is your opinion about this program?
I mean, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Like for me, as I was born in Bolivia, we are talking about Latino and Spaniards, Mediterranean, super close cultures, right? But still, I was very little. And my accent, cuando hablo en español, when I speak in Spanish, it's like from Spain. I have a lot of that. So these kids who have come here, America is a diverse, it's founded by immigrants. That's the beauty, that's the richness of the Samoan here in Hawaii, the Filipino, the Latino. We were here, right? The Spaniards were here before the white or like typical Americans, right, or colonists from England. So I think they are doing something good for the community. They feel American and diverse. So you can be Latino or anything. I really believe that this program should continue and give them the opportunity to be legal, right?
Oh, wow. Well, we want to say thank you so much. We are running out of time, but we want to say thank you so much coming to the studio to talk to us about, you know, education and the love for dancing and performance.
Thank
you. We are going to leave you until the next Hawaii Hispanic show. And we want to remind you that we thank you for being with us. And if you want to continue watching the show, you can go to ThinkTechHawaii.com. And we're going to leave you with some Tere Suki performance. Aloha y gracias.
It's like 1 + 1 = 2. You like me, I like you. Been feeling for you, girl. I need you in my world, 'cause you're so special. My African queen, y'all. I need you in my world. I said it.
A hole in the sky, a supernatural nightlight, so full but often right. A pair of eyes, a closing one, a chosen child with golden sun, a marble dog that chases cars to farthest reaches of the beach and far beyond into the swimming sea of stars.